What up? What up? What up? What up? Trying to tap in with you guys before I get my day started. What up, Shannon? Been hanging out in Florida, learning the lanes, doing pretty good. Okay, okay. Stay out there. What up? What up, comp? Try to get back to these morning lives. I used to do. So I do be having a little time before I get on the road, get my day started. But I wanted to talk about what the title says: without risk, there's no reward. Talk about deals, knowing a fair deal. You know, whether it's doing a lease purchase or whether it's doing a lease. Whether it's buying trucks, financing trucks, buying trucks cash. I know there's still videos floating around about that. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about the first half of it, without risk, I know some of you guys think about, let's say all this stuff is risk. Put it like that. Whether you're doing your own authority, whether you're just driving trucks as a company driver, risking your life, whether you're doing lease purchase, whatever the case may be, all this stuff is a risk. So everything is mental. Everything is definitely mental. Everything needs to be thought out properly. Like it's kind of like a business plan in a sense. And all this, like I said, all this stuff is risk. So what you got to think about is, I know a lot of you guys think about it is the what ifs. What if this doesn't work? What if this doesn't work? All these what ifs. But y'all never thinking about what if it does work? You see what I'm saying? What if it does work? And then at the other end is the reward. So at the end of the day, sometimes you're gonna have to roll the dice. You gotta roll in that. And we're not just about trucking. This in general, any business. Like I said, sometimes you're gonna have to roll the dice. But you gotta have a thought out business plan. You have to come with a way. If you can speak about doing for instance, doing a lease purchase. All right, you get a lease purchase. You're doing a lease purchase deal. What is the game plan to, for one, pay that truck off if that's what you're going to do, or save money to go buy a truck? Okay, consistency is key, and everybody wants to, transition from a company driver to a owner operator or a lease operator, if you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. But and make this money, but then at the end of the day they want to take vacations, take off, this, that, and the third. You're not being consistent. You have, and on top of being consistent, actually understanding the business side. A lot of people want to go out here and get their own authorities. Okay, you want to get your own authority, but you got to understand the business aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't go out, like, for me, I didn't go out here and just go get my own authority. Me, I wanted to take the process of understanding what I was doing. It was a lot of risk involved. And there's nothing wrong with just going from company driver and then going to getting your own authority. There's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people do it. I talk to a lot of people doing it. They do very well, you know. But at the end of the day, like me as a person, I wanted to actually see, you know, take my time and see what was going on, where you know, understand the business. It was a new business. Understand the whole business side of it. You know, I didn't want to jump out there head first and figure it out, which I probably could have. You know, I probably could have made that transition, but I didn't. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it takes people longer to understand something than others. You know, the times have changed. You know, there's a lot of videos, YouTube videos. There's a lot of TikTok videos. There's a lot of Instagram posts and stuff like that where you can make all this money. All you gotta do is have your CDL, go get your own authority, and you know, y'all see the videos. It's out there. You know, we don't got to go in detail about it. But a lot of people don't understand is the trucking is a roller coaster. It goes up and down. And like I said in past videos, there's more downs than ups. You know, and if you're not out here building these relationships, you're just out here on the load board, just booking loads from this person, from that person, and not trying to figure it out, then what you doing? You know, so what's the end goal? You know, anybody can do that, but what's the end goal? How are you gonna, you know, keep that freight going when the times is rough? And then, you know, when the rates do go up, it's not time to flex. It's not time to go crazy and spend money. That's the time where you should be saving that money, because, you know, at the end of that rainbow, the downtime is coming. It is coming, and when it comes, you know. When it comes, it comes. So, speaking about risk and all that, you know what I'm saying? Everything is a risk. It is what it is, man. You know, it's just how you react to the risk. Even with breakdowns and stuff like that. A lot of people think about breakdowns. Okay, these things are machines. They not just, you know what I'm saying? They gonna break down. It is what it is. It's just what you gonna do when it happens. Finding the right mechanic. You know, like I had a conversation with a guy yesterday about, you know, being breakdown in PA and stuff like that. PAs I hate PA when it comes to stuff, because even when you have a situation and you load it with a trailer, whatever the case may be, man, they make you tow the truck, and then you gotta get another record to tow the trailer. You know, it's a lot of scamming going on up in PA, which is ridiculous. But sometimes you're gonna have to bite that one. You're gonna have to bite that bullet and do what you gotta do. But the key is finding the right mechanic to fix your equipment. And, you know, I talked about that NTTS breakdown. I need to get a sponsorship with them, because I talk about them a little bit too much. NTTS breakdown is a game changer, man. Hold on. Relations, key facts. All aspects we're choosing which way. Yeah, all aspects. Yeah, everybody, like I said, everybody got a different. There's so many different ways where you can go into trucking. It just depends on what is your end goal, what you're trying to do. You know, getting your own authority is not for everybody. You know, just because you see somebody else doing on YouTube and they might be doing well and all this, it's not for everybody. A lot of stuff I can't really go in detail because it involves it's confidential information. But there's a lot of stuff with authority that a lot of people are not understanding. Yeah, you can go out there and get your own authority, pay the $300 fee, activate it, but then they don't think about, you know, insurance costs. You know, even thinking about insurance, you know, you might be running for a whole year. They don't even think about, okay, when it's time for renewal, you still got to pay that deposit. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then they're looking crazy in their face, like, damn, I didn't even think about the deposit. Yeah, you still got to pay a deposit every year. just the little things like that. And then there's nothing wrong with getting your authority and not wanting to grow. Growing is not, it's not for everybody. Some people might want to get their own authority and just be a one truck operation. It might have that contracting freight or that one lane or whatever to run. But then again, on the other side is you can do the same thing and be leased on to a carrier that's giving you a good percentage and do the same thing. It's nothing but titles. If somebody's giving you 90%, you got your own equipment. That's almost the same thing, and they're not even. It's really doing the same thing. So, but it depends on how that setup is, because somebody can give you 90%, and then I did videos about this too. 90% of what? You know what I'm saying? So all that's going to depend. But there's a lot of foolishness going on with contracts and stuff, agreements, whatever. Especially out in Chicagoland. But then it's not just Chicago; it's other areas too. But people are not reading contracts and people are not understanding what's coming out and stuff like that. But that's for you to do your due diligence to read over these things. Or if you don't understand it, take it to a lawyer or take it to somebody else that do understand these agreements. There's ways around some of this stuff. Let me see. Hold on a second. Checking my refill stuff. But you say you taking L's left and right out here. Just took a $2,000 loss yesterday. I mean, things like that's gonna happen, man. The market ain't good right now. It is what it is. But like I said, those relationships become key, because when the market is good, when y'all say like brokers are winning and stuff like that, but when carriers are winning, when the market is up, those are the times you need to start building those relationships, because at the end of the day, it's gonna flip. It's gonna flip, and you need to have those. You need to have those relationships in place to, when those times are bad, and those brokers are going to keep you moving. Now, I'm not saying all brokers ain't good. There's certain good ones out here, and you got to take the time to figure that out. I don't understand why there's three people over here just for one trailer. It's being weird out here. What up, comrade? Groove. All right, and then what was the other topic I was ready to talk about? Knowing a bad deal, or knowing a good deal. What's a good deal? What is a deal? What we talking about, lease, and I talked about a little bit. Lease purchasing and leasing is still understand contracts, still understand agreements. There's nothing wrong with financing a truck. There's this thing out here now that I'm seeing that you got to go out here and buy a truck cash. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. That's good and all, but sometimes it might be beneficial for you to finance a truck because you want the tax break. See, a lot of people don't talk about taxes because they don't know about taxes. They don't speak about it. They always tell you go get a cash truck and go out there on the road and you just automatically win it. That's not the case all the time. You got to think about taxes. You got to take it, because at the end of the day, yeah, you're going to get your cash truck and then tax time come, you earn all this money and stuff like that. You want a tax break sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just don't understand what's that. All that's being thrown out here, cash truck and all this. It's crazy to me. You can listen to who you want to listen to about cash trucks and stuff like that. I get it, you know what I'm saying? But there's other ways. Whether you financing a truck or you doing an LP deal, you know what I'm saying? You're stacking money up to go get a financing truck or buying a cash truck. But I don't like the fact that people out here throwing out here that cash truck is the way to go. That's the only way he does, which I don't think that's a lot of BS, and that's not really true. So, to each his own. At the end of the day, y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. Got to keep them relationships when the market is good too. Most just chasing the best load. I said chasing consistent load. Yeah, man. Yeah, you already know, Compton. Like, consistency is key. Definitely finding some type of consistency at some point in your journey in trucking. You got to find some type of consistent lane. You know, where you know where that lane is. And sometimes, and I notice sometimes that what they do is brokers like to, when the times are bad, they like to come out here and say, you know, you might be running this lane for X amount of dollars. Brokers will try to change the rate when the times are bad. But that's for you to negotiate. You know, don't let the broker take too much off the top. Sometimes there is a situation where the shipper is controlling the situation and the broker has no control over it. But that's not all the time the situation either. You know, that's why it's also to get a good relationship with not only the broker, but also the relationship with the shipper. I'm not saying going out here and cutting the broker out. I'm saying also build that relationship with the shipper. Let them know who you are, because at the end of the day, there might be a situation where the shipper might come to you or something like, hey, I'm trying to increase value. I'm trying to work with you. I see you here every day. I want to build a relationship with you. You never know. You know, you come in there every day with respect. Let them know who you are. Sometimes have a conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it works out in your favor. You know, you can't all the time go out here and try to get contracts. A lot of people trying to use one truck operations, get contracts, not knowing that, hey, you got to fulfill this contract. They want you here Monday through Friday for this load. You got to be here Monday through Friday. They don't have time to hear about, oh, I got to go do this, I got to go do that, I got to go on vacation, I got to, you know, they not trying to hear all that. I'm just being honest. Like, they want their product picked up and delivered, you know, at the end of the day. You know, that's just how it is. So sometimes it's not good to get in a contract. Sometimes it is to get a load through a broker. You know, so think about, like, all this stuff is a mindset thing. A lot of people got to think about some of this stuff. Going back to the good deals, man. Like, I got the trucks that I got. You know, I gotta speak on that, because those trucks was a steal, and going to an auction is a bit of a gamble, you know, but you gotta, once again, do your due diligence and try to, you know, and not all the time auctions do have maintenance reports. Most of the time, you can tell when they have a maintenance report, it came from a big fleet. Sometimes you can catch like smaller guys and they have maintenance reports. Like there was like trucks on there where they would have the mileage on them, but the ECM mileage didn't match. And most of the time when something like that happens is that truck probably had an overhaul or something like that, or some type of alteration, something like that, where they didn't have paperwork for it. And those are things those are a big gamble, because if you don't have paperwork on the overhaul and stuff like that, you might want to stay away from that, because you don't know, the guy can just be blowing smoke, you know. That's a big gamble, you know, especially going to auctions, buying older trucks. And if you're not really mechanically inclined, or if you really didn't check those trucks out, that's a big gamble. So the truck might be going for, you know, a good deal, but like I said, you don't know what happened with that truck. So don't always go after something that's, you might see a truck, you might see a Peterbilt 389 going for, you know, $20,000. Bells and whistles, all that. Looks good on picture, but you don't know what's going on really with that actual truck. And you making a ballsy move and trying to win that in an auction, it's a big gamble. So definitely check that truck out, especially if it doesn't match, you know, the ECM and the actual miles. Let me see what y'all talking about. What up, Hollywood? Y'all was getting to the bag too, yeah. All the time, man. I've been working my ass off. Damn near 6 days a week, weekends too, man. So I'm definitely out here grinding, man. This is things you gotta do, man. got to do these things, you know. But we going, like I said, we're gonna make that transition soon, and we're gonna get back to the videos because I don't really, to be honest, I really don't see no not only motivational videos, but I don't see no teaching videos either out here. There's still a lot of foolishness going on, and a lot of comedy videos. A lot of y'all, a lot of y'all like that stuff, but hey, man, each his own. Once again, if y'all ain't trying to learn, man, and trying to get to the money, man, that's what I'm all about. Is teaching, getting to the money, and changing the culture. You know, y'all already know how I'm coming with that. You know, but like I said, I got the consultations coming up, and a lot of y'all want to tap in on the one-on-one conversations. I can help some of you guys actually start a trucking company and actually help you guys scale the business, scale your trucking company. I got a lot of sponsorships that I'm adding on to lead y'all to the right direction of who to use, whether it's a TMS system, whether it's a factory company, whether it's a tax professional, credit special, all those things. I'm gonna add into my consultations for y'all to be great and for y'all to level up out here. Yeah, man. That's part of the game. When you get your own truck, man, you a business, man. It ain't sunshine and rainbow over here. You gotta work. Yeah, that's a problem. Like, I don't know if you were making a joke out of it, but really people think like that. They get their own truck and they think everything's peaches and cream over here. Like, nah, man, it's time to go to work. It's time to get to the money, man. It's time to, yeah. You gotta work, man. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, at some point in time, it's gonna get better. But when you first starting out getting your own truck, man, you gotta work. You gotta work, man. I remember times, I told you, man, when I got my first truck, man, I was out here, man. I was Florida, man. I'm telling you, man, I was hitting Florida twice a week out of Virginia. Like, you know how many miles that is? And I was going down there near like Cocoa Beach a lot. I was going down to Cocoa Beach. What's the other one I was going down there? Cocoa Beach. I can't remember that other one. But Cocoa Beach, and then I was going down in the Tampa area on the west side of Florida. Man, I was grinding, man, non-stop. But, you know, I would go home for the Saturdays and Sundays, but I would be back on the road Monday, getting back to it. You know, it was times I didn't even feel like doing it, man. It was just so much. But sometimes you're gonna have to make them sacrifices to get where you gotta go. You gotta have goals. You gotta have goals in place. And once you start achieving goals, you check them off, and then now you write another goal. What you're trying to do. But you gotta have those things in place, man. I just left Wisconsin, headed to Florida. Man, I ain't been out there. There was a point in time I was messing around in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Chicago. I was doing that whole little sector right there. And then at the end of the week, I would shout out between Thursday, probably like Thursday, maybe Friday sometimes, I would shoot a little back to Virginia. But, man, you got to do these things, yo. You got to do these things, you know, and then eventually you're going to start seeing stuff, and you're going to start lowering your radius. You know, because you're gonna run to a situation where there's gonna be that broker where they got that consistent freight. But if you're not doing your due diligence and finding those brokers, then you're gonna be back to square one. So you gotta keep making those. Like what I do, I still do it to this day. I still have my truck postings. I've been doing the same thing since day one. I still have my truck postings. Whether it might be a post that's like today, and it might run all the way out to like, I don't know, April. And it will say a general post, looking for loads, consistent freight, something like that. Hit the email, this is not a real post. You know, so we don't get none of that TQL. TQL will call you and like, hey, I see you got a truck post. You gotta put that, not an actual post, in the comments. But I still do that to this day. Same things I was doing since I was a one truck operation, I still do to this day. I don't change up, you know. I keep it consistent. You know, I don't go out here and do driving. I get a lot of people trying to come over here and do driving. I don't do driving. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want any carriers. I don't want any truckers coming over here and want to do drive in. Just for what? It's too saturated for me to mess around with drive in. So we don't do a lot of switching up. Keep it simple. We do reefer for right now. We might look into different things, but drive in is a no-go. I get plenty of brokers hit me up about drive ins. I mean, it doesn't make sense sometimes. They be wanting you to go like 300 miles for $600. I don't see what the goal is doing that for over here. I don't even see the point of playing around with that. It's too much for me. I don't see how y'all do it, but I wouldn't even do it on the broker side. Like, it's just too many games. Because sometimes it's not even the broker. It's like, it's really the shipper, because they had a budget and that's all the money they can offer. You know, if they give me $600 and the load is going 300 miles, how much money can a broker actually make? Yeah, you dishing out $50 to the brokerage, and then you got to find a carrier to run $550 on 300 miles. It's like, why even get involved with that? You know. But let me see if y'all got any questions, man. I'm not gonna be on it too long, man. I'm just dropping a mental video for you guys to think about while y'all driving up and down the road. A lot of y'all got nothing but time. Start looking at other videos besides trucking videos. Start looking at videos that change your whole mindset. Because I look at trucking videos, but I don't look at it like I used to. I look at other stuff now, man. Like I'm on a whole different level right now. Like I'm trying to expand my knowledge, educate myself a little bit. Because they don't teach you these things in school. And most of the stuff I did learn off YouTube, you know, YouTube University, you know, but you gotta expand and start learning different things. Everybody competing with driving, yeah. It's tragic out there driving, man. I'm ready to go back to the oil field. Yeah, I keep hearing about the oil. I don't know anything about the oil field. I don't even think they got oil fields around here. But yeah, that's a whole nother division in trucking. You know, I salute people going out there, you know, but sometimes you gotta do what you got. I saw a lady talking about that not too long ago, saying she was going out to the oil field. Said she gotta do what she gotta do, you know, sometimes that's what you gotta do. Day trading stocks. Yeah, that's another thing you can get into. I don't really get into stocks like that. I still got my money in Bitcoin. You know, we'll see what happens. You know, I haven't really been investing into it, but I still got money in it. When I bought into the dip when it was like I think 16,000, 15,000, something like that at one point. But I still got money into it. We'll see what happens. I ain't really touched it. You know, it is what it is. Y'all got any more questions? I don't want to keep these live videos too much long. We just dropping I know sometimes y'all will be wanting me to go more live, more consistently. Drop as much jewels as I can, you know, but I don't want to go too deep in a lot of stuff because I want to get involved with the one-on-one consultations. I know a lot of y'all want these one-on-ones and, you know, help some of you guys where y'all struggling at. Because most of the stuff I've done already. I've been there, you know. So, yeah. What up, Sean Brown? Right on the wrench. I forgot all about the wrench thing, man. Alright. So I'm gonna start getting back to these StreamYards too, man. I'm gonna tap in with y'all a little bit. We do some StreamYards. I do got salute to everybody that voted on the poll too. Now I got an idea where y'all focus is. I saw this morning. I think a lot of y'all interested in taxes. CPA. I could bring the CPA on here. I could actually bring on a CPA, 2 CPAs. One that deals with bookkeeping and one that deals with like formations, LLC formations, tax laws, talking about S corps, C corps, INCs and stuff like that. I might be able to bring them both at the same time. I don't know. It's tax season right now. I gotta see how busy they are. I'm gonna check into that. But y'all want to get involved with taxes? I also want to start bringing on. I'm gonna do interviews. I got owner operator interviews, people that's on board with me. I'm gonna do an interview with the lease purchase guy that's on board with me. How to, his whole process and how he thought about it, and stuff like that. I'll probably do all of them really. A credit person, bank lenders that's into transportation. They can really drop some tools about how to get approved and stuff like that. Drop some real game for y'all. I want to start getting involved with some interviews, and like real people, these people that be actual underwriters, real underwriters that be behind the scenes and stuff. Get them on here and talking and stuff, for y'all to get more educated. Cause ain't nobody, there's a few channels doing it, but I'm a smaller channel, I only got like 4,800 subs. It is what it is. I really don't care about the sub counts and stuff like that. Y'all know what it is. You subscribe, you don't, it is what it is. We don't make checks over here with YouTube, even though it's monetized, but I don't see no money from this, man. That's why I'm gonna start getting consultations, because a lot of you guys be on here watching the videos, but most of you guys, really what you really want is one-on-one consultations. Gotta educate yourself on everything. Yeah, facts. Oh, you said you want a wrench. Yeah, I forgot even. Oh, there you go. There you go, man. You got the wrench. You should got it. Yeah. But y'all got any more questions? It should be ready if I finish me up here. I'm about to head on out. I'm about to eat me something right quick before I start riding. I got a 3-hour drive. So y'all ain't got any more questions, man. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce up out of here. Share the video, like the video. 86% fuel discount that you get. I don't get no 86%. What the hell? Yeah, I wish I did. But yeah, like the video, share the video, man, and I try to tap in with you guys. I got to get this trailer, and we go from there, man.